That's
so.
true.
My feet are pretty small, yeah.
What size shoe do you wear?
9.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I have small feet. I wear a 10, and
no
I'm 6
relation.
foot.
Yeah, small. How do you have
That is-
10s? You're like 6'1".
That is small for your height. I'm a 10 and a half.
I'm a 13. Sometimes 14.
Really? 14?
Clown shoes over
Sometimes.
there.
You guys never answered my
Yeah.
question from before.
What was
then.
your question?
Oh, was it?
I said they're in the waiting room. Do we need to talk about anything before I let them in?
Oh.
Do you want to introduce them, Alex, or you want me to do it?
What I'll do is I'll say you can introduce them because you never said anything
we
before
can do it either way. I mean,
you can introduce them. I'll say we have them from Mouse Minute Podcast. But I'm gonna let Ryan introduce them more intimately.
Then you're basically saying what I would say.
No, you're gonna say
Okay,
more than
yeah,
that,
well-
are you not?
Whitney and
Fine.
Jordan, right?
I'm just gonna
I
say
would be
Whitney
like-
and Jordan, my very close friends or whatever.
Interrupt him. Be like, yo, Alex, I'm gonna let you finish, but Whitney and Jordan, they really deserve this award.
Say they're swinging partners of yours.
Oh no, we didn't get to hang out for that long.
I think we should let them in.
Just let them in.
38.
Do they smell bad?
Do they smell bad?
Well, you asked if we had any questions.
No, they didn't. I didn't notice a smell.
Okay, that's fair.
Hey, look who
They're
it is.
They're not connected to audio yet.
That's fine.
Hey, welcome in.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
you guys aren't in the closet.
We upgraded for you. Why does why does it look so bad?
It looks like it's very hazy where you're at. Is there a forest fire?
Oh,
There it is.
Whoa!
Look at that.
Dang,
wow.
HD.
Yeah, it's like that
Hey,
scene from
Ben.
Spider-Man when he puts on the glasses.
Ryan, do you see what we got here?
Is it hanging up?
It's not properly displayed, but I
Nice.
think it had to be in the
Oh,
background.
cool!
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
We were
awesome.
We
I had to take those down. I tried to take those down, then there were holes in the wall, and I was like, we're just gonna, this is there. Paint the wall. We're gonna make it a whole thing.
Jordan get mad, punch holes in the wall.
Yeah. So you guys don't know he has an anger issue.
That's why we're not meeting. in the
Some
closet.
people
There's-
think I do. It's crazy.
There's too many holes in the closet.
How y'all doing?
Show no.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, we're good. Can you hear us pretty clearly too? Our microphone's off the camera. We are used to recording in a closet. So-
I was like,
It
they
sounds
normally have
fine.
their
Oh, you can
microphone
see
sitting
your-
on the save.
Okay. You can see their microphones. I was like, don't put the microphone in the frame.
No.
Oh,
they're
yeah, no,
supposed
you're
to be-
fine.
It's fine. Nobody cares.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, I have mine right here because if I don't, this microphone's so bad. If I'm far away from it, it does not pick up very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but mine's better if
To
it's
be
like
on top
in
of
my
it.
mouth.
Yeah. Awesome. This is a fun history to do, so I can't wait to get.
Oh, I
into
bet.
it at
I
some
mean-
point.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm sure we're gonna debate the two different. Because I just watched the Disneyland one,
Okay,
and it is different from the.
Which
Disney
one?
it's a little different.
The most recent one, because there was no dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it had
Yeah.
like production values in this one. They had like 4 different camera views. I was
Whoa,
watching.
whoa, whoa! Save
I
it for the
was like,
podcast.
Yo,
Ryan.
whoa,
Hey.
whoa.
I wasn't gonna
Oh,
go
wait,
into
we're not on the
detail of what I was
podcast yet?
watching.
You're gonna lose all the
No.
magic.
Oh my God,
Let's
Ryan.
get the facts of urgency in the chat room. That would be the best way to do it, right? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put those in there,
Yeah.
and that way we'll have that ready for later. And you guys, it's in the chat room when we get there eventually. You know how the show works. And you will be after Ryan. It'll go Whitney.
Why do I always start?
Because you're the most
we want-
literate of us all.
We want to get you out of the way.
It's always like, hey, let's make him flub up the first one so we don't have to
Yeah.
read any.
right,
Which has
exactly.
happened.
If you mess us up, then we can just laugh the rest of the way. And it'll be
Ah, thanks. I love it. We have a segment that's dedicated to my lack of being able to read.
Yeah, I like it too.
like a good thing.
We should have
All
a
right.
segment where we have to reach
That
things up
history
high
that
up
we
on the
have to
shelf, and
read.
then Mags and Chris would struggle.
What is it?
I said,
So we
is this the one where we have to read it really fast?
Yes.
Yeah, that's later though. That's later.
It's at the very end.
Yeah, we do it in.
I'm a terrible reader, actually, and my hands
Perfect.
just got
That's
very
perfect because that's
sweaty.
exactly why they did this segment.
So we're reading this part
Yeah, we have to read it.
Eventually. Yeah, it's
together.
gonna, no,
No.
so
Oh, if you did it in sync, that would be amazing.
Yeah, at the same time as fast as you can.
I have it listed. It doesn't really matter, but
It's
I
me,
have,
then Jordan.
yeah, I
No,
have
me, then Whitney, then Jordan.
yeah, I have
then
one of you
Mags.
doing.
Oh, I only have to
Dudes
read
of the
one?
Night. Yeah, because there's only 6. I have
You
one
always
of you
give me
reading.
one with numbers. Why?
It's just the way it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
sure.
have one of you reading due to 92 LA riots, and had the other one reading the name for Fantasmic was. So just whatever order works best.
The LA
You're the
riots.
name for my Fantasmic.
Yeah, it's a good fun fact.
Please.
But other than that's later, so we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, why
okay.
don't I look at the show notes still?
So, you know how it goes. Feel free to interrupt us while we're doing the history.
Oh, I
If
can help
if
you
I'm
too.
reading a history part and you start talking and I continue talking, just wait a second and then you can pick it back up and I'll edit over it. You know, because it's all separate audio, so it doesn't really matter. And
Are we on YouTube yet?
Recording in
We're
progress.
we're the stream starting soon's on YouTube, but I didn't
Okay.
hit us
Yeah.
live yet. All right, we'll go live now.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Hello,
All right.
hello YouTube. Take it away, Alex.
Why is it not coming up?
I'm on the internets. I'm on the internets. Okay, cool. So we'll start recording here in a minute. Let everybody get into the live feed.
Ryan, are you on the stream?
Am I on the stream?
I thought you pulled up the stream on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's not popping up.
Can you send us that link for the chat room?
Yeah, send the link in the chat and I'll just go through that. Because I'm going to share it in Happiest Podcast and in Sorcerer Radio.
Yeah, there is a. Also, can you also share the chat room link as well?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna share that in the Zoom.
There is Jordan Whitney. There is a in the chat. He's going to share a link to the chat room. So if you want to have the chat room up as well, I don't know what you're working on.
AOL. The chat room?
Well, yeah, for the YouTube video, in
comment-
case someone comments,
the
because
live
ASL?
chat.
we're gonna be live on YouTube, so people can comment live.
Sweet.
So they're not
It's-
going to use the live show banter Discord.
They're just
They'll
going to
use-
do it through YouTube.
Yeah,
Perfect. Okay.
yeah. We don't do the banter on the Discord, just the live YouTube.
You know, I don't think I've ever watched a YouTube live one. I think I've only done it on Discord.
No better way than watching than doing it.
All right, there we go. There's a live chat for
Okay,
you
perfect.
guys. I'm gonna send the link to the live stream in the chat.
Can you put
Oh,
that
cool.
up there?
Okay, cool. So I just sent it in our Discord.
Get in here. Starting at 9 o'clock. Is 9 o'clock kind of late for you guys?
We're parents, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
How old are
But
your
we're
kids
here.
or kid?
What's that?
How old is your kid or kids?
We have a 6-year-old boy
Uh-huh.
and a 2-year-old girl.
Oh,
And those
cool.
are their, those are their.
She's 3.
That's what we call
She's
them.
not 2. She's 3.
Oh, for real? Oh, she got older recently.
She's 3. She's very 3. You should know she's 3.
She's
Very
super
three.
3.
She's the one that I'm just
Uh-oh.
waiting for her to be like,
I made the
"Mom!"
mistake of
Yeah.
trying to post a link.
And they
in-
share rooms, so it's like really fun.
Oh,
when
lots
they-
of
Oh.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to get my daughter to sleep before I came out here.
My wife put my son to sleep.
Aw.
Oh.
How's Megan?
She's good.
Good. Did she have a good birthday?
Yeah, it was good. I almost got in a fight in the restaurant, but that's a whole nother
Oh.
story. Yeah.
About what?
I want to hear the story.
The people behind us were bumping up against the booth and shaking us and
It's not fun.
being rude and stuff, and she had to stop me from yelling.
Oh.
The older I get, the less my patience. Less patience I have.
Oh, man.
You almost did the same thing at Beer Garden too when we were eating with you.
Yeah, remember that kid
Yeah.
tried to give me a piece of cake? I almost yelled at him.
like 3 times.
Already
"Eat my
eaten
cake."
cake. He's like, "Do you want this?" We're like, "No."
No thanks. No thanks. You ate off of that.
It had like bite marks in it. No joke.
It was
Really?
sweet of him, though. It was a sweet kid.
Yes.
I would have just ate around it.
It's kind of rude, Ryan. You should have eaten it.
Just
Trying to
cut,
avoid COVID.
cut that part off with a fork and eat the rest.
I eat so much crap my kid has eaten. It's not. He's like, here's a half-eaten Oreo. I'm like, okay, I'll eat it.
Yeah, really. It's so weird how it's when your kid's okay, but other kids. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, I know what my
disgusting.
kid's been. It's probably not any better, but at least I know.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Jordan won't drink out of our kids' waters. He's like, "No, I'd rather be thirsty."
Yeah, I
Oh, my
agree.
spit.
Backwash is terrible.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
it's like a
fair.
lava lamp, just like separated.
It's a lava lamp.
My wife can't even look at their bottles without starting to gag. She can't deal with that stuff.
Dude,
We have 10 subs on YouTube.
Yeah, that's all we
A
need.
whole 10.
Well, he just started the channel like last month and did not promote it.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get there in like 10 years.
We'll get there in 10 years.
I gotta move the chat. This is-
Where'd Mags go? Oh, there he
Weird
is.
to see people.
The devil. You
Why
speak
don't
my
you
name
take
and
the
I
hat
appear.
off, bro?
Oh,
Dude, you look
Matt's gonna die.
super cash
Now
now.
you have like hat hair.
And
Your
yet
hair just
somehow
looks
my
like
hair
it's
still
spray
looks better than
painted on.
Alex's.
That still looks pretty.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
Ryan makes fun of Mags and he throws Alex under the bus.
Oh, what's wrong with my hair?
Actually, I had a great
uh,
conversation with Alex last night.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare that Joe was over my house. He was just being such.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, I forgot we're on YouTube.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that guy.
All right. I think we're got a good amount of people here. Let us know when you're ready, Mags.
Already.
I meant Joe Biden. He put me in his cabinet. Like a literal cabinet.
Oh,
Yeah.
bit, right?
Just forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, like the cabinet of Dr. Caligari?
Yeah, it's like I have something fun to try. I was like, all right, Mr. President.
I just realized I'm not subbed to us on. So there we go. I'm subbed on.
Ooh. My hair looked like Remy's there for a moment. I didn't like that.
Welcome in, everybody. It's just refresh the chat. Glad we're not talking about anything we shouldn't be.
Hanging out. Play Nintendo.
Chris, you
Hey,
never
Remy
responded
won't mind if I
to
diss
Mike
him.
X.
Chris, you never responded to my last message. On where? What?
Chris doesn't
on,
respond to messages.
Mike,
Yeah, I was
I don't know
gonna
what to
say.
tell you, man. He doesn't respond to me either.
on what platform? I have people trying to buy things from me on something that I haven't responded to in 2 days.
He only responds to medical advice.
I do. I that's fast tracked.
Oh, Discord. Yeah, you really going the wrong way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I probably won't respond for another couple weeks. So I'm gonna be honest. Hey, my dad ran into your dad the other day at the
Are they okay?
doctors.
Dude, is that the one and only Dr. Licks?
That one got Alex pretty good.
So dumb. It was so dumb.
So stupid.
Did your dad tell you that he ran into my dad, Slutsky?
Chris, can we get Dr. Licks on the show?
You have to ask Mike.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
He should be.
Can he do an episode on Remy's Roundtable?
Yeah, my dad told me. Yeah, that's cool.
You ready to start?
I thought we started. This isn't the show.
No.
This isn't it?
Oh,
Wow.
man, this is like one of my
It's a really
favorite
boring
shows so
show.
far.
I
Actually,
thought the episode was about Dr. Licks.
yeah. Honestly, I thought we were getting to the his on. Yeah,
His? Whoa.
yeah, man.
We don't
Man,
need
last time
business
somebody
anymore.
referenced the old show, I yelled in a hotel room.
And we got yelled at on Sorcerer Radio.
I accidentally tried to post the. I tried to post a link in Sorcerer Radio, and then I
Oh, yeah, you
realized
got
I can't
banned,
post
didn't
links
you?
in there. Yeah, they banned me.
They banned you?
They're banned.
They
Can
put
we,
me in timeout
You
because
can't.
I'm still
put
not. They
some
won't let us do
links?
it yet.
Next, actually, I realized
The only
I'm
person that
pretty
can is
sure
Joe.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
messed
Eric
up.
Allen is a moderator, and Eric is like super tight with us. So we should just like DM Eric and ask if he can do it.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
should.
Sounds like
oh
a
well.
plan.
All right, get on that, Brian. I mean, Max.
Oh, I
coming.
don't know. You already delegated to someone else.
Okay, go back. All right. We ready? Get the show on the road.
Do that.
Yeah, we're only an hour late.
Yeah, only an hour.
That's
I
actually not bad for
apologize.
us.
It's completely on me. I apologize.
No, it's fine, Max.
That was the first nice thing Ryan's ever said to you, Max.
That is not true at all, actually.
No,
Ryan
I'm
helped me
very
when I was
nice.
going through a difficult time in my career, and I am sincerely thankful to him.
I
for it.
forgot that I did that.
What did he tell you? Buy a new car?
Buy a new
No,
car.
Just buy as many cars as you can. That's my form of therapy.
All right. Greetings from the Sandpiper Vacations Mothership. This is episode 18 of Into the Dizneyverse, the show where we dive into the world of Disney past, present, and future. Today, I'm joined by my other variants, Mags, Chris, and Ryan. They call you Yob for some reason.
Yob. Just call him Yob from here on
Call
out.
him Yob.
Wait, that's the new variant's name.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be,
He's
yeah.
alive again
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause he
this
was
one's
not
Yob.
alive last week.
And we are actually live on YouTube for all our viewers. Welcome in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because you listen to this when it released on Monday, but every first week of the month, we are live on YouTube. So head over to Dizneyverse on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe so you're aware when we go live. And, just head over to our, if you can't find it, go to our social media, DizneyVerse. And you can get everywhere to there, like our T Public, where we sell shoes. No, we sell shirts. Our
We
T
don't
Public.
sell shoes.
Shoes coming soon.
We should sell. Hey, do we have those things that go on Crocs yet?
Oh, gibbets.
Yeah, we should get a gibbet.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
sad
I would
you know the
never
name of
wear
that,
Crocs.
Chris, but
I don't wear Crocs. I'm just saying.
I wear
popular.
Crocs. What's wrong with Crocs?
I don't.
Nothing.
Anyways,
Ryan's
let's not.
favorite.
Let's not get into it. Let's not get into it. But we do have a guest tonight as well. Let me introduce Whitney and Jordan for the Mouse Minutes podcast. How you two doing?
We're so good.
Yeah,
How are
doing
you
great.
guys?
Ryan got us these wonderful guests. Ryan, do you have anything you want to say to introduce them more than I just did?
You pretty much covered it, but they're good friends of mine. We actually
Wow.
just hung out while I
You
was
pretty
down
much
there.
covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much you
That's
hit
the
all
whole
the points
history.
on it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the whole history.
Yeah. If you're not listening to their podcast, you really need to. It's so
Yeah.
much fun, and they're good little like short episodes.
Yes,
So.
I do like that. I like how
Yeah.
I don't know how you do such a short episode. Like we record over an hour every time.
I'm mad at you, Alex, for not thinking of that idea.
Like just
We do this for like an
15
hour
minutes.
every
Yeah, I know.
week.
I know.
I could be done and back to bed.
I know. Like we
in
should
10
just
minutes.
do 15-minute episodes now
Yeah.
and just call it quits. But
I'm good
I don't
with
know. I don't know how you guys get so much information in a little time. I mean, I know it's just your opinion and everything, but it's still
Yeah.
you guys still get a lot into that little episode.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks. It probably helps that we don't know a ton of the history and background.
Right.
A quick-
That's what you have me around for, is just
Yeah.
to correct you later after the episode.
We do a lot of shout outs to Ryan because we know if we offend him quite
Speaking of shout outs.
Oh, man.
I do have a bone to pick with this last episode.
I
that you
agree,
guys-
Pick our bones, yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
so
bones.
if you haven't heard this last episode of theirs, go listen to it. It's the Frozen Ever After one. You guys sent me a message, a video message at one night, and you're like, "Oh, we're watching Maelstrom. This seems like something that you would really like." But you sent me a message saying that, and then you call Maelstrom lame on the episode. So I'm not sure what you're saying about me.
No, here's what I was thinking. I was like, I feel like this is something like Ryan would be like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
watched it. I went when I was really young, and we watched it, and I was like,
And I guess
Definitely a Ryan ride.
Pronounced it too because we were calling it Maelstrom. Is it Maelstrom?
I've heard
Maelstrom.
it too. I've heard it both ways, but
I think it's
yeah.
Oh, my
Mal,
goodness.
like
Oh,
Maelstrom.
so
yeah.
embarrassing.
Maelstrom.
General Maelstrom.
I've heard people say where it almost sounds like a mouse. Which makes
Maelstrom?
sense in Disney World.
I think
Yeah, I don't
Jackie
know.
thinks that you're mispronouncing it. She just
But-
called you lame, Ryan.
That's fine. She can think whatever she wants.
But
She's
I-
called me lame.
But yeah, I never, unfortunately, I never got to ride the Maelstrom or the Maelstrom.
Oh, you would have loved
really
it.
wish I would have. My only experience was on YouTube. The only thing that I said about it, though, and I think I'll stick to it, it just looked like maybe it needed a refresh. I'm bummed that they refreshed it with Frozen. I know this isn't a Frozen episode, but we can talk about
And
that
you can
another
come
time.
back on when we do Frozen.
Dude, I'll do a Frozen episode. I love Frozen, so I'm kind of upset. I was triggered when I heard your terrible score of this ride and saying how
Okay.
how much you dislike Frozen. I was like, what?
I knew that he didn't like Frozen. Like I said in the episode, our daughter hasn't even watched it. Like he won't even let her watch it. So I knew that he doesn't like it. And then he's like going to town. I'm like, dude, you gotta chill out. Like you were like, he was
No.
He was
all worked up.
angry.
Be your true self.
I was like, it's just like a little over the top, man.
Well, and oddly enough, Elsa is my favorite Disney princess. If you guys were going to
That
ask.
is so nice.
That was one of the questions.
Oddly enough.
Golly.
That is
It's
one of our
kind
questions.
nickel for every time Jordan has to he's rolling his eyes or like.
I will
calls
say
her-
Frozen 2 is far superior to Frozen 1.
No,
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely. Absolute music's better.
It's way
Everything's
better.
I don't. They have one good song that's better than.
Are you
the first.
kidding?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
No.
I'm being serious.
No
Dang
way.
it.
Lost in the
Into
Woods.
the Woods. Into the Woods is amazing.
Oh.
Lost in the Woods is a
Into
good
the
show.
Woods. Oh
yourself.
wow, that's quite
Show
a
yourself's
Bravo musical. I
amazing.
prefer the song "Lost in the Woods" from Frozen
Ever.
2.
Whatever it's called. It has ever. You know what I was talking about. But I do have questions for Jordan and Winnie.
Yes.
You already answered one half of this, Jordan. Who is your favorite princess? Jordan said it was Elsa. Winnie, what is your favorite princess?
It's not Elsa.
Yours isn't?
No,
Or mine?
well, mine is not Elsa.
Yeah, I can give a real answer if you
Oh,
like.
okay. Yeah, real answers are fun.
Yeah, technically Elsa's a queen, not a.
That's true. That is true. She's a queen.
She's the queen. Yeah, I would say mine is Jasmine. My favorite
Okay.
princess is Jasmine for sure.
Why did
Yeah.
I know that?
I think
You
we
knew
talked
that?
about it. We've
talked about it, I
texted
think.
about it
Some deep conversations at night.
late at night.
Yeah,
So Ryan, tell
all
me.
the time, just late at night.
Yeah, Jasmine, huh? Yeah, she's great.
So I always loved Belle.
Uh-huh.
It's a good one.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast. So I had a Toyota Tacoma when I was in high school, and I named her Belle. And so it was kind of like my princess. But now that there's so many other princesses, I love Rapunzel. I think she's great.
Really good one.
And then Moana, I grew up going to Hawaii,
the
so
mag
it's
started.
like it's sweet. So
Yeah.
those
So
are my faves.
You got your classic and the new age princesses are doing
Yeah.
some work there. How about your favorite villains? Who's your favorite
Ryan.
villain?
My favorite villain of Ryan.
Is it me?
No, I-
oh, okay.
oh, just-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you go first. You can go first.
Well, I was gonna say I really like Scar.
Yes.
No, Ryan likes Scar. And I like Lotso as a villain.
Oh, that's the first
Ooh, that's a
Lotso
good
answer.
one.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you want to love him, and then you
Yeah.
don't love him. And at the end, you kind of feel bad that he's stuck on the truck. And, anyways, those are maybe my.
Oh, I would have
my
never
top.
thought of him. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Are we going strictly animated movies?
No, Disney.
Okay.
No, it's just a villain.
Okay. I love Davy Jones.
I knew it.
That's a good answer too.
But if I were gonna go animated, it would be Jafar.
Okay.
I love his sass.
Dufar?
I love Jafar too. He's modeled after.
Oh,
Scar.
Jafar.
I'm guessing you like Aladdin.
Well,
movie?
Scar is modeled.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just realized that. I was like,
Jasmine.
man, Jasmine. And Genie is probably one of my favorite characters in general. So
Okay.
Aladdin actually as a character is probably one of my least favorite. I don't dislike him, but
It's not great. Just not
what
great.
sucks is
Like on
the
the
only
side, guys,
Aladdin
yeah.
ride we have is the lamest of all rides. That stupid spinner there, and
The
that's the only
carpet.
Aladdin thing we get.
I know. So sad.
Yeah. It's not even. It's and Dumbo's even is better somehow. It's the same thing.
Dumbo is
somehow
better.
Dumbo's
That's
better.
No, that Aladdin one is the worst of the spinners. I'd rather go on Triceratops.
Oh no,
first.
Triceratops worse.
Oh, it's so much better. You're in a dinosaur.
Yeah.
The only thing
Yeah,
that's good
but
about the
it's less
carpets
space.
is that there's the spraying camel and you can get wet, maybe.
That's
I will say
I'd rather
Aladdin
not
was
get
better
that.
represented
We're not.
when Sorcerers of the
Aladdin has
Magic
to get
Kingdom
wet.
was around.
It's true.
True.
Well, I'll do one more. The worst Pixar film.
Oh my goodness.
the worst.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I know what
it's a
I'm
hard one.
supposed to say, but it's actually probably one of my favorites.
What?
Then
No,
it's not the
supposed to be the
worst.
worst.
So I love Good Dinosaur and I love Cars 2.
You love Cars 2?
I do. I
Whoa.
I think it's a
Oh,
bad
really
rap.
like Cars 2.
I watch it a lot with
Wow.
my son, and it does get a bad rap.
Do you love
Cars
Little
2
Seven
isn't
movies?
that bad.
Josh, get off the show. Yeah, Cars 2 is yeah, I actually never gave it credit, and then someone gave me the whole synopsis of like, dude, it's like a
Spy thriller.
spy thriller.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, yeah. So like thinking about it in that way, I just although what I don't like about it is that it's all about Mater. That there's
Yeah.
so much Mater time.
We need
Yeah.
an Olaf movie.
A lot of Mater time.
That's going to be his least favorite.
I love Olaf.
Okay, is Turning Red a Pixar film?
Yes, it is.
Turning Red.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
That is a good
visually
answer.
a very
Horrible
It-
movie.
visually
Thank
very
you,
good looking.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but
not
it was
good.
not a good movie.
I did not like it.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to like it.
Me too.
But I don't like
I'm
it.
sorry, guys. Correct answer is there are no bad Pixar films. All right. We'll move
All right, you're
on.
off the show. Bye.
I want to say one that's probably going to make you guys mad.
Okay, cool.
I
Let's
don't
do
like Encanto.
Oh, first off, you
I'm
said
mad because that's not
Encanto.
Pixar.
Is it? It's not Pixar.
Yeah.
No, it's Disney.
No, it's it's what, the 60th film in the Disney animated canon, Ryan?
Yes, it was.
What?
No, I love the music to Encanto. I don't like the movie.
Chris. Yeah, Chris.
I-
the movie
That's my
love
thing. Yeah.
the movie.
I love the
Yeah.
movie.
Love the movie.
Yeah, because you
I
guys
know so
like
many people love
bad
it. It's
movies.
just, and
It's so
so
good.
Jordan's half Mexican, and so I love that culture. I've always loved that culture even before I met him. And it's so sad that I don't love it because we love Coco. Like Coco is like
Yeah, Coco's
actually
great.
Coco
You
might
just need
wanna be
to
my
you need to watch it like 10 times in a row until you start liking it.
Coco?
No.
Encanto.
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 You guys are crazy.
See, for me, Encanto, I first watched it around President's Day, so it's got a special place in my heart for that.
Of course.
What? You guys?
Man.
That's
What
beautiful.
do you mean? What,
I
Alex?
don't know.
Why are you
Are
yelling?
you
at me?
surprised by any
I'm
of that?
right.
You're right. I mean, yeah, it's your heart. So of course, you know when it placed it there. I don't know.
Yeah, as a wise tree once said, "Listen to your heart, and you will understand." Nope. Nobody get what?
Boss?
Pocahontas. Okay,
Pocahontas?
Pocahontas.
I
There's a
know.
talking
guess,
tree
yeah.
in that movie?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
talking screen in that movie.
What do
Grandmother
you
Willow.
what do you mean that? Chris, have you
The
not
whole
seen
character.
Pocahontas?
He's
No,
probably
it's-
never seen it.
It's culturally inappropriate, so I don't watch it.
It's
Oh
I
my.
boycott it.
better
Amen.
soundtrack than Mulan.
I boycott it. No, I'm sorry.
We should make a shirt like that.
What did you think about Avatar then?
Oh, just
You mean
they
Basically
tried
the
they,
same movie.
they
right?
tried to save
Dancing with
face.
Wolves in space.
They tried to save face.
Yeah.
No,
what about
I just
Dances
haven't
with
seen
Wolves?
Pocahontas in a long time.
Oh, you have seen it though.
You mean yeah, I have. I just didn't remember the tree because it's a
Yeah, it's
very
hard to-
forgettable movie.
It is.
Oh.
Sure about that. If Disney wishes it was more forgettable.
Hey,
They'll make a
hey,
log flume out of it soon.
November's coming up.
We need to do it.
So what we're
We
here
doing
for,
No Shave
though-
November? No Shave November, boys?
I mean,
mean,
I'm no
that's
shade
it.
year round.
False. I trim my beard. Okay, so trimming is shaving.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I use a shaver to trim my beard.
You use a shaver?
You use
Like,
a
I
razor
use-
to shave.
No, I use
A trimmer.
I guess it's trimmer.
It's a
Whatever.
trimmer.
Well,
That's trimming.
Alex, if you use a shaver, what is your opinion on Occam's razor?
I don't know what you're saying.
What is that word?
Never mind.
Okay.
All right.
Moving
All
on.
right.
I was really hoping you guys would get that joke.
Why? First off,
Why
how
would
did
you think we're that smart?
It was from 1932's Annabelle's Wish. What are you talking about?
All right, let's get to the history of the show, which is Fantasmic. This is a subject that Jordan and Whitney picked for us to talk about this episode, and I'm glad because when I did the history, I found out it was a very cool show. So much so that I talked to my wife recently and said we have to go see this show. We have to get there just to see the show because it's a nighttime show.
Have
So-
you ever seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
How have you not?
Didn't even know it was there.
Oh my
That's right. I had to
gosh.
explain to you where it is.
Exactly.
It's got a whole
Is that a
like,
whole what?
arena.
Arena behind a building. You can't see
In
it
his
unless you
defense,
look.
it is hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just follow the people.
I'm not there
Well,
at
that's
night,
true.
Brian. I leave before dusk.
And Alex hates people. He'd be going the opposite way.
That's true. He thinks there's people taking his money down there.
They are.
He must be
Anyway.
paying for something. Let's get out of here.
But in 1992, Disney asked Walt Disney Creative Entertainment to create a nighttime show that would involve fireworks and water. Imagineers started brainstorming, and many ideas came up, like basing it around characters from Haunted Mansion or Pirates. One of the ideas with the most attraction was having it based on the movie Fantasia, the live orchestra. But eventually they settled on the idea of Mickey battling Disney villains combined with famous Disney animated scenes. Construction for Fantasmic began in 1991 with Rivers of America drained and Tom Sawyer Island made larger to allow space for the show's infrastructure, which included a control room, backstage area, a life-size Pinocchio marionette, and a large dragon head animatronic.
I was at Disneyland.
Yes, this is Disneyland, yes.
Okay.
All the new technology and park renovation ballooned the price for the show to $30 million, the typical cost of an attraction, not show. I imagine at that point they were getting worried. Like,
Mhm.
it's a show, guys. Like, what are you doing?
Worth every penny.
They didn't know that.
They should have.
I guess. I don't know. But I imagine they were getting pretty mad that it's being so expensive. I mean, yeah, it's the
Has
same
Disney
as
ever
an
built
attraction.
anything? Has Disney ever built anything and been under budget?
No, never. I don't think one history has been like,
No,
and
they're
they
all
went
like, we're
under
running out of
budget.
money.
Dinoland USA.
every
Yeah,
I
one.
would like to remind you of Goofy's Sky School.
What is that?
That
What?
might have been the cheapest
Exactly.
one.
At Disneyland
California
Yep,
Adventure.
or California
Yep.
Adventure.
Oh.
Finally, people of culture on the show.
That's actually our son's favorite ride of all time.
Really?
Oh wow.
Don't get used to it,
I
man.
don't really know why, but he loves it.
Don't get used to it.
Fantasmic premiered on May 5th, 1992, becoming a crowd favorite due to its amazing visuals and storytelling. The show featured a full-scale boat with Peter Pan fighting Captain Hook. The Mark Twain riverboat featured a multitude of characters as it traveled past the guests. Stage show portions featured Mickey Mouse dreaming that he is a sorcerer's apprentice from Fantasia. Mickey then faces off against an army of villains. The show featured stunt performers with special effects and pyrotechnics.
So
Above the stage,
I just watched the Disneyland one.
yes.
So the pirate ship is really cool.
You just got back?
No, I wish. No, I just watched it on my
Nice.
computer. The pirate ship is super cool. With them fighting on it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. I'm a sucker for the Walt Disney one, but I will say they one-upped it with that one.
Really?
So did they like upload a bunch of illegal movies on that?
No,
Pirate ship.
no.
Nice.
Yeah, I got
Thank
a
you,
good
thank
Buffalo
you.
joke. You want to hear a
Man.
Buffalo joke?
No.
You know what, man? Orson Welles would be very disappointed in you right now.
Oh my
He
god.
knows who that is.
Oh, I gotta figure out where I was.
Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's the whole point of the show.
I know.
Don't do it again.
The Mark Twain riverboat featured a multitude of characters. Wait, I said that already, didn't
No, you
I?
didn't.
Yes, I said that already.
Maybe you did.
Above the stage show is a 60-foot wide by 30-foot tall mist screen where clips from classic Disney movies are projected onto to help with the story. There was a giant inflatable Ursula, and for the big ending to the show was a 45-foot tall Maleficent dragon head and neck. The show did have some issues in its early years. The Ursula inflatable kept breaking, which led to it being removed for good in 1997.
They keep breaking Ursulas in Disneyland.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. The other one's head popped off.
Yeah, they do keep breaking Ursula. You're right.
Yeah. They should just stop with her.
I guess, yeah.
More Scar, less Ursula.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no. I agree with
We'll
that.
make you a shirt that says that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what
there
I
you go.
need.
I think the show it came out in the 90s, early 90s, like it sounds like a really cool show.
The 90s one, like 92 one?
Yeah, I'm saying like
Yeah.
the mist screen with the projection on it, like that's
Yeah,
the
I love that.
1992, people lost their minds on that,
like
for
92.
sure.
People were like,
Yeah.
"What is happening?"
Yeah, we barely had slip and slides in 92. I mean, imagine projections on water.
Great comparison, Ryan.
I can't
We
imagine.
didn't realize that Fantastic started all the way back then.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
You say
Yeah.
fantastic?
What do you mean? Yeah, it's what it's called.
No, Fantasmic.
You can't fool. That's not a word.
That is a word.
I promise you it's not. I looked it up in the dictionary, like dictionary.com when you typed it today.
My phone likes to autocorrect a lot of things, but it doesn't autocorrect Fantasmic.
Oh no, Mags is actually right. It actually isn't a word, Ryan.
No, Disney
Yeah.
invented a word.
Chris.
Disney did invent. It's
Yeah.
the name of a thing.
Hey, if Steven Spielberg can invent dinosaurs, Disney can invent words.
Wait, what?
Oh, what?
Did you say dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Ryan, I think
Dinosaur-
dinosaurs is a
that's-
word, dude.
Dinosaurs made of
Jurassic
swords.
Park 5, they have swords.
Another issue growing was where guests stood to watch the show. Due to the high interest, the crowds were overwhelming the small walkway that became the standing area for the best view of the show, which caused large congestion. Is that congestion? Is that the right
I
word
hate
there?
congestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got over a
Indigestion.
cold.
You were thinking
Reading it-
indigestion.
Oh, yeah, I
And
was.
this is the time for us to mention that this week, Into the Disneyverse is sponsored by Allegra. To cure your seasonal allergies and congestion, turn to Allegra.
Not a sponsor. Disney decided to reproduce the show at Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios, but Disney learned from their mistake. Since the show was such a success at Disneyland, they decided to build the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater, specifically designed for Fantasmic. This amphitheater seats 10,000 guests in stadium-style seating. Imagineers also made some changes to the show, bumping the Peter Pan sequence for Pocahontas. The Mark Twain
10,000?
Riverboat was replaced by the boat featured in Steamboat Willie. Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios premiered on October 15th, 1998.
10,000 people. That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
That's more people than we get like Carolina Panther games.
Yeah. Well,
Actually,
Fantasmic is
Andy
more
Dalton's on as my QB this week, so
That's true.
don't rush the Panthers.
I am surprised they bumped Peter Pan for Pocahontas, but I guess like during this time they thought Pocahontas was still like hot, right?
I mean, they
It was
probably
actually
figured-
fairly new at that point.
right.
They
So
were
they're
probably
like,
like, hey, one offensive interpretation of Native Americans for another.
They didn't think it was offensive until like 20 years later.
yeah. A little too
They're like,
early on
oh,
that
we
one.
shouldn't have done that.
But I think definitely, I mean, eventually I think they changed it back, but yeah, it's not a good idea. to change
Yeah.
Peter Pan for Pocahontas.
Well, I don't think they changed it back.
You don't think they changed it back eventually?
In are
They
you
took
talking about
Pocahontas out of
Hollywood
it now.
Studios?
Yeah, they put in Moana, right?
It's Moana and Frozen.
Yeah.
Jordan's favorite.
Okay.
Mhm.
They still work Pocahontas in sometimes though at Disney.
I saw Pocahontas
right?
movie.
She's still in it. She's still in it, but
Yeah,
it's
she's
not
just
like
not a main
the
feature.
Oh, like
scene where they
main
fight
part.
the other Native Americans. It's not that scene. They changed that over to an
Yeah.
Aladdin one now.
Oh, I don't remember that scene at all. That's wild.
Well, it's
I do.
new. That's probably why.
How about switching out Mark Twain Riverboat for Steamboat Willie Boat?
Love that.
Love that.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
What's the historical significance of a Mark Twain riverboat?
Well, actually,
It's
Mark
River
Twain was
Twain.
the author of the
Iconic.
Tom Sawyer, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which was one of Walt's
Nostalgic.
favorite books growing up. Interestingly enough, actually, Mark Twain grew up in Hannibal, Missouri, which was only a couple of hours away
God.
from Marshall,
Yeah,
Missouri,
put me to
where
sleep
Walt
here,
Disney
thanks.
himself grew up.
Wow.
Well, what do you know?
Hannibal, Missouri. That's where that lamb lives or something, right? Thanks, Max.
Jordan, wait, have you guys seen both shows live?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when we got married, well, before
We got married at Fantasmic. It was
What?
really loud.
Wow. Did
No
Mickey
one
do
could
the
hear-
It
ceremony?
was really loud.
Wait, what?
No. When we first went on one of our first dates, we went to Disneyland because we lived in Southern California.
Okay.
And I went on I grew up going to Disneyland, so I went on
Brag.
we were on the
Mark Twain Island.
Mark Twain Island, and I reenacted it for him because he didn't know what it was yet. So I knew
Are you kidding
you
me?
hadn't seen it live.
Oh, absolutely. I had seen it live.
Okay, scratch that.
All right.
I just
No,
told
keep
you I
going
didn't
with this.
see it
Keep going.
live.
This is perfect. This is great
I
stuff.
thought you hadn't. Well, you didn't go as frequently.
No, I fell in love because you were doing all of the moves.
I knew all the
same-
moves.
The same choreography as Mickey Mouse.
And so he was like, "Oh my gosh, so embarrassed." And I was
Scrolls
like,
one.
"This is so cool." In front of everyone, like, you know. So anyways, that became like such a pivotal part of our relationship. And so we actually, for our reception, we walked into Fantasmic.
Oh,
And
wow.
this was before you could just like look up a video. You know what I mean? So I had to like pirate. Like,
Oh,
I think it was like,
Just
yeah,
out there recording during a live show.
Yeah.
you know, and I was like, just stop it before it gets to that. So anyways, that's a fun fact about us, and Fantasmic's been a big part of us.
Yeah.
And we watch it often with our kids and listen to it. Jordan could probably say all of it.
I actually remember when Fantasmic came out because I lived in Southern California and I lived up the street from Disneyland. So I remember when it came out and it was like earth-shattering, like groundbreaking. Like you
Yeah.
said, the projections on the spraying water, like I think the closest thing that I knew to it was at SeaWorld they had like dancing waters and they just like lit them in different colors.
Mm-hmm.
It played like Sweet Dreams, you know, whatever. All these 80s songs and ballads, but it was like like mind-blowing when Fantasmic came out at Disneyland.
I bet.
You're old.
So
He's so old.
So
Ryan, they refer to that as calling the kettle black. Pot calling the kettle black.
Hey, my birthday's not till Monday.
Yeah.
so if you had to put them against each other, which one do you think is better?
Disneyland all day.
Disneyland.
See, I
Disneyland? 'Cause
disagree.
Because I have my reasons.
Let's hear them. Come on.
this is
Okay.
over
We can
time.
debate.
She did a mating dance at that one. That's why.
Yeah. The Captain Hook and the Peter Pan thing is just like so cool.
I'll give you that.
Swinging from the boat, you guys have probably seen it, but seeing it in person is like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but every time I hear the music, I get goosebumps. It's kind of silly, but it's true.
Mhm.
And then you're so close because the Rivers of America is like not that large, so you're actually really close to the action. So
That's cool.
to be able to see that, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But
Um,
there's fire, and I like my eyebrows.
How'd you do
But I
that?
don't. What I don't
Yeah.
love.
How did you
It
do
did
that?
it because I
How
was
did
just
you-
talking.
What are you? What's going
happening?
What's
on?
going on here?
What's the other
Thanks,
thing? Is it
Apple.
What are you in the metaverse? Where are
What's going
you
on with your
guys?
Zoom? How's that work?
You guys don't have that?
No,
No.
I don't have it.
Are you guys? Are we in
What are you
VR
doing
right
there?
now? What is this going on?
It's only works for her. No.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
See?
They did
It only
it
works-
again. Sorry,
Um,
we're distracted. Easy.
okay, so I love the Captain Hook Peter Pan. They did have, yes, they had Pirates of the Caribbean for a little bit, which was
Yeah.
fine, but I'm so glad they brought the Captain Hook back. And when we went to Disney World and saw it, I was like kind of bummed because it felt like it like made it too like they tried too hard.
Interesting.
Oh.
I just feel like it was like, let's make this big amphitheater. And then they were like put so many things into it. And I feel like at Disney World, they have way too many projections on the. I feel like I'm watching World of Color. Like,
So you're saying they made it too good?
what did you say?
It's too good.
They made it too good.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
come to Disney World to like sit there and watch like videos on water. Like,
But
show
there's,
me-
there's actually
why I
less,
go.
less of that in Disney World because we have Elsa and the fight scenes and all that stuff that Disneyland doesn't have.
Mm,
Mm.
that's true.
You guys did have to
Disney World
projection
has
mapping now. I
Elsa.
did see that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
They can have it. They can have
I'll
it.
say too in comparison. I guess the theme of what we typically do, like, in 10 minutes or less. So we've probably tripled that already, right?
It's definitely free.
Yeah, you guys owe us a podcast, by the way.
But
like 4.
but typically we would grade something, right? And so if we're doing even a versus, I would absolutely like agree with Whitney. I would pick Disneyland over Disney Worlds for a couple of reasons. A lot of the reasons that you mentioned. Also, I'd say when Fantasmic came out, I was thinking back to it. It was like earth shattering. It felt like an A plus. I would absolutely give it an A plus. And that's I do not hand out A pluses. It felt like the perfect show. I feel
I
like
haven't heard one yet.
every show that
The
came
perfect show,
that
ladies
came
and
out
gentlemen.
after
Wow.
it just felt like it was almost trying to do the same thing. Like Wonderful World of Color, you mentioned, did a lot of the projections. It's almost all projections, right?
Yes,
So-
it's so.
Anyway, I'll say too, in comparison to, you mentioned, what was it, Steamboat Willie versus the
Mark
Mark Twain. Yeah, the first time I saw the Steamboat Willie come through, it felt like, oh, like this is it. Like they built a whole arena for this whole thing, and it feels like a parade float on water, just kind of like going by. It just felt like
It's a boat.
underwhelming.
What do you want it to
Versus
do?
like an actual like steamboat. So I'm not trying to throw shade at Hollywood Studios version of Fantasmic. If it's coming across that way, then that's all right. But I think it's a phenomenal show. Love it.
I would like to see the two merged together
To make
How
a
so?
super show.
to make a super
So,
show.
What would
I
you
want the
What
pirate
are you
ship,
taking away?
but I still want the arena because the arena's cool. You got to get there early, but the arena's cool. You can get a good seat.
for sure.
I want more projection mapping in Disney World. That'd be
More?
cool. And yeah, and you guys have there's like a whole Lion King scene that
for sure. Which
Yeah.
is new. Yeah.
yeah. I watched the most recent one, which has Steamboat Willie in it now. Actually,
Mm.
Yeah.
so it's not the Mark Twain anymore.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Well, but it's still the Mark Twain boat, but it's dressed up as Steamboat Willie.
Oh, it looked exactly like the one we have.
It's just a bigger
But-
version.
There's pros and cons to each one of them.
Sure.
They're both amazing shows. I'd love to see them take my advice and just take the best of all of them, put them all together. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
I
at
feel-
Disney World needs a pirate ship.
Yes, it's got the
That
room
pirate
for it.
ship is like the best part. I remember.
See,
Jet skis,
Yeah.
and they can
well,
do
the other
Water
thing I was
World.
gonna say is like I think that for me the big thing is like when you're seeing the characters up on the mountain at Disney World and Hollywood Studios, it feels just like so far you can barely even see. I remember my kids saying like, "Who is that?" Like they were like trying to see.
You need to bring your binoculars.
Yeah, no kidding. They're just so small, which is like, I get it because you're at the amphitheater.
Uh-huh.
But what's so cool about being in Disneyland, you're like literally standing all huddled up and they're like so close, you know? And
More
since
intimate.
there's more activity happening on the water specifically, like the characters, I feel it feels more intimate. Whereas the one at Disney World, a lot of the characters are so far away, far away that it's like, I don't know, it just feels like not intimate and like you just, I don't know.
Yeah, well, of course, in Disney World, there's no way they could do that show and have as little room as
True.
Disneyland does.
No way. Yeah, that's so true. But
Interesting.
still, and it's like nostalgia. Like we grew up with it. Like
Right. That's a big factor, probably, right?
Yeah, huge factor.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing my Disney World shirt, so
There you
Still
go.
represent. In 2009, the Disneyland show received a major refurbishment, which included a new dragon for the show. The original head-only dragon animatronic was improved to a 4 or 5 foot tall, full-scale animatronic, but new technology being used at such a large scale caused some issues, resulting in the dragon having technical issues frequently. The show received new barges with LED lighting arrays. In 2008, the 3 original 700mm projectors were replaced with high-definition digital projectors. In 2010, the River America was drained for the track under the water, where the ships run along, to be replaced. Both the Mark Twain and the sailing ship Columbia were refurbished as well.
What I'm hearing is that new technology really started to drag on the show.
I get
Eating
that.
up there, Mags.
Could you really? I mean, I guess full animatronic. That's so large.
It does kind of suck. They have to drain the rivers of America to do any maintenance work on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
That's a big issue.
they drained ours out for it was drained for 2 or 3 years after COVID. So they finally reopened it. But
Yeah,
I mean, who
that's-
knows, right?
That's unfortunate for sure. The 4x full animatronic. That's insane. Tokyo Disneyland wanted to replace its current nighttime show, Bravissimo, and decided to use Fantasmic as a blueprint. Tokyo Disneyland's Fantasmic premiered in 2011 with some small changes, but one of the major ones was the lack of a stage. Oriental Land Company opted to not build a stage for the show, instead have all the performances take place on barges. They premiered the first use of GPS to track the barges in order to reduce any mistiming of fountains or fireworks. So they use barges, which means everything's on the water. I imagine that probably would seem closer than the one in Disney World versus a stage
Probably.
all the way behind the water.
Yeah.
So I thought that looked pretty cool. I don't know if
I
anybody
didn't
saw the
even
video
know
of that.
I didn't know they had a Fantasmic, to be honest with
That's because it's not there anymore.
you.
We'll get into that later, but yeah. But I've never seen a video of this, so I actually should go and find a video of it and look it up.
Yeah.
I might do that after this episode.
Yeah. Man, how long do we know we're going to do this episode? For a couple weeks. Probably should have watched that video, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's called research, but
Yeah.
I'm the only one that does it.
False. I wrote the history. That takes
Well, yeah, you're forced into doing it.
Yeah, no.
Hey, what do you think Giles Garman does? You think he goes to these places and looks for every
Giles
single
is
Easter egg?
getting. I think Giles is losing his mind because he keeps on giving us history on the wrong things here lately.
What are you talking
He said
about?
Orson Welles one the other day.
What do you mean the other day? The last episode was literally like the history from Olivia's. So
What do you say?
Don't at
He
Giles.
said one hidden Mickey.
That's all there was. It's not his fault.
see, Alex gets it. Alex gets it.
I was worried about him. That's all.
In 2017, Disneyland swapped out the Jolly Roger for the Black Pearl. COVID shut down all the stage shows, and Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios reopened on November 3rd, 2022, with some changes made to the show. We received a refurbishment that included state-of-the-art lighting and audio equipment. The show was changed to feature more of Pocahontas, Aladdin, Mulan, and Elsa. The next night, Disneyland reopened its Fantasmic show with a few tweaks as well. Tokyo Disneyland never reopened its Fantasmic, deciding to instead replace the show with Believe Sea of Dreams. So they...
it's-
Yep, go ahead.
If you were to add a movie in that's not in it now, what would you add in?
What would you
I think we talked about this before, and I think
Elemental.
somebody.
Rather
Ooh,
than
oh man, I love Elemental. Don't get me started. That'd be perfect, honestly.
They got the fire and the water already.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. There's just, I don't know. It's hard. They don't have any Pixar in it, do they? No, they
Inside Out, Toy Story.
don't have any Pixar in it.
I don't think they have any Pixar.
I don't think they need to add Toy Story. Toy Story's already everywhere else.
That's true. It's got a whole land. It's Mag's favorite.
Yeah.
I think
Got
something
ideas,
I think
Chris?
something tasteful like I don't know, like Song of the South probably.
Oh yeah.
They haven't
Okay,
they haven't set
funny
an
that you mentioned
attraction
that, Chris.
around that in a while.
Yeah.
I actually am writing a history on that, so we'll be
There we
talking about
go.
those soon.
Ooh.
We'll
Sword
be
in the
doing it
Stone?
respectfully, though.
I'm surprised Tiana's not in it.
Yeah,
That would be
there
a
you go.
very
That
good one because
is-
the music
Yeah.
from it is amazing.
Yeah, Tiana.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Strange
they haven't
World.
put in the frog in it.
So in the comments said Strange World. I love Strange World. I'm one of those weird people who actually
No,
like that.
honestly, I don't think it's a bad movie.
I don't think I've seen the full
Yeah, I
thing.
didn't see it.
Oh,
I don't think it's a bad movie. It doesn't feel as Disney as you,
Yeah,
I would
I've
hope it
heard
would.
it's like really sweet. Like the storyline's really great.
But yeah, it's not a bad movie. I don't hate it.
I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
I would probably go with Victory Through Air Power.
What?
The heck is that?
The Valiant.
It's from like 1943. It was a mixture
That
of
sounds
live
like
action
something
and
you'd go with.
animation.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
well,
a good one.
Let's
That's a good one.
you ruined my question.
It's really
Let's move
good
on.
years.
It was based on a book.
It's a really good answer, Mags.
Thank you, Chris.
Representation of that movie has declined over the years in the park, so I feel like
It declined
Exactly.
in 1949.
No, I would probably say Meet the Robinsons.
Okay, I
Meet the
like Meet the
Robinsons.
Robinsons.
So then you have to take something out. What do you take out?
Moana.
No,
Mm.
what?
Why you
No,
hate Moana?
no, you
hate-
can't
That's
do
the
that.
best scene.
You can't do that.
Take out.
I don't know. I don't know it
Pocahontas.
well enough to know what to take out.
Okay, I have a question. Is there more villain action at Disney World than there is at Disneyland? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
See, okay, so the snake in Disneyland is part of the Lion King segment. In ours, it's Jafar has turned into the snake and is chasing Mickey.
the snake.
got, like,
and-
laser beam
there's a
eyes.
snake in Lion King now. You mean Jungle Book?
They're
I think it's a
no,
I think
it's,
it was
it's in the
originally
Lion King
Cobb.
segment.
Oh,
It started
yeah,
as
maybe it is Cobb, but it's during the Lion King part
Okay,
of the
I see.
the
What?
show.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's with the new update.
Yeah,
It is.
ours is Jafar with laser beam eyes chasing.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see an image of that. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's about to
And
give like
they-
a PowerPoint presentation, of course.
Yes. Yes.
actually.
And we still have a dragon, and they no longer do.
Oh, Ryan.
I didn't say why.
Wow.
Because on April 22nd, 2023, the Maleficent Dragon at Disneyland caught fire during the show, causing all of Frontierland to be evacuated.
I
Yeah.
bet that was really a
imagine?
drag on their insurance.
Oh my god.
Oh my. You're on fire.
And-
Ah.
Can we stop? Can
Uh,
we stop burning down the Maleficent
Dude,
dragons?
Maleficent, they cannot
Maleficent.
handle fire.
Because she burned down in a parade. She burned
Yep.
down in Fantasmic.
So
Yeah.
less Ursula.
Less-
Maleficent.
Less Maleficent, more Scar.
Yeah.
That would be a crazy day with the evacuation.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. They're out there swinging coats at it, trying to put it out.
Is there video of it? I
Yes.
haven't seen video of it.
Oh yeah, this is
Oh, it happened?
Yeah.
terrifying.
It was like
yeah.
a big news.
Yeah, I know it got on social media pretty fast, but that's pretty crazy. The show was shut down though, and it reimagined to remove the dangerous Maleficent animatronic. But like, how dangerous?
I
was
guess
it?
ours
It was
isn't that dangerous.
It was around for a while, so like,
Yeah, it only burned down one time.
yeah, like
Well, it's probably
That's
so
a good run.
expensive to remake it. They're
That's
like,
true.
let's just go a different route.
you make it stronger.
And it was
Rebuild
literally
make it stronger.
spraying fire too, like as it was burning down.
That's so metal.
Very
Imagineers decided to make a lot of changes to the show, which included switching out the Black Pearl for the classic Peter Pan ship, an update on the special effects to make it look fresher, sequence adding Monstro for Pinocchio, and removing the Maleficent dragon to replace with Maleficent in human form. Monstro special effects is formed by underwater fountains that simulate Monstro jumping off the screen into the water. The new version of Fantasmic debuted on May 24th, 2024. So you have seen the new version of the Disneyland show? Since
We didn't see it, the 2024 one.
you have not
live
heard-
yet.
No, not live
Okay.
yet.
We
I
saw
can-
it in January.
I
We
saw
saw it in
like-
January. No, we didn't see it in January. It wasn't the new one.
No.
Never
I
mind.
can only imagine this is so underwhelming, probably, if you see a live action Maleficent versus the big giant animatronic shooting fire.
So it's
Yeah.
like her up on her lifted up, like she
Yeah,
does in
she
our
gets, like,
show.
really
and then it's
large.
like sparkles go off underneath her.
Sparkles.
Yeah, and then she yells, and then she's gone.
Sparks.
Sparks.
Spirit fingers.
See, we have the sword that shoots sparkles out of it, and
It is not sparkles.
You love that word, huh?
it's like a sparkler.
It's pixie dust. Just a little- I'm trying to get Jordan to say okay to us going back soon
Yeah.
because I really want to see it.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, Jordan. It's okay.
Literally, as we were like getting ready, I'm like, "Did you know that it's $50 if you go next year to Disneyland?" He's like, "Oh, great, here we go."
The Monstro special effect is pretty cool too. I watched the video on that, and that looks
I
pretty
think
cool.
does ours have that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure
has that.
Pretty sure it's just in Disneyland. Because they only made the changes because the Limps and Dragon burned down. But yeah, it's okay for us to have ours.
Ours is better for that.
Oh, Ryan, I've been reflecting on my answer. I'd like to change it to the Emperor's New Groove.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Can we
that
get
would be
Yzma
Yeah.
as a
I mean,
villain?
it's a very late answer, but I'll accept
I've
it.
been reflecting very deeply on it because Meet the Robinsons just didn't sit right with me. I was like, something's wrong.
could be
about
the
that. It doesn't
dinosaur,
reflect
the
what
big
I
head and
truly
little arms.
believe.
So wait, are you saying you would add Emperor's New Groove to Fantasmic?
Yeah.
Is that what you're?
Yeah, a
Okay,
little
so
bit
what
of
are you
commo-
taking
Get
out?
Yzma as a
Flair.
villain, and then maybe the show will be better.
Oh, whoa,
Um,
whoa. It's not
What are you
star
taking out
fights.
then? What are you taking out?
Moana.
Moana for sure.
That's right, Moana.
He hates Moana.
I've
So-
reflected on my answer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and
Me one?
so Home on the Range.
Oh, okay, I can go with
nice.
that. Alameda,
Yeah.
Alameda Slim.
Yeah, so Alameda Slim's going to replace Mickey. Actually,
Oh,
Okay.
nice!
Let's get a yodel.
he's a little
Who needs
takeover. He's yodeling the whole show.
I like that movie.
No sense.
The true
Oh,
icon
love
of
that.
Disney, Alameda Slim.
Needs more representation.
So
Chris, are you going to be dressing up as Alameda Slim for Halloween this year?
How did you
Got the same
know?
body
I've been
shape.
working. I've been working on.
You got the same body
I've been
shape.
Working on it.
Top heavy.
Yeah, I let myself go to be Alameda Slim for Halloween.
You'll have to let us hear your best yodel in a few weeks.
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
So someone just brought up in the chat, and it reminded me of the picture I saw when doing research. Have you guys ever seen the image of what they do with Ariel? Because she has the tail,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And they're all in the boat, and she
She's just
can't
flopping
leave.
around on land.
So they just put like a jacket over
Put
her.
a jacket over top
She
her when the
just sits
fireworks
there.
go. Yeah.
So the fires are going off. Ariel's just sitting with a jacket over her.
Cover her
Yes.
with a blanket.
Funniest image ever.
Why does she have to have the leg? Like, why can't she have legs? Why she
I
have
don't
to be-
know.
She's a
why should-
mermaid.
But she's not a mermaid at the end of that
It's so
movie.
epic when she's the mermaid because she's
Yeah.
like flapping her tail and like.
Yeah,
She could stand like the rest of them.
but that is the funny. Like they're just like, what do you do with Ariel? I don't know. Cover her up.
Just
I
cover
don't
her up with a
Like,
blanket.
put something over her. She'll be fine.
know. So funny. It's like the funniest thing ever.
This picture is this poor CP underneath there, or cast member under there, and they're just, is it over yet? Fireworks going off around them.
Mags and Chris, did you guys watch videos on this yet?
Yes.
Yet.
Mags?
Yeah.
You watched
I
videos?
have seen it in person.
Okay. I think we should rate it. 'Cause you didn't rate it. I think we could definitely rate it.
Let's do
So-
A through F like they do.
What? A through F?
Yeah.
I guess we'll try it.
Grading
Throw-
scale.
On a classical
Oh,
grading.
You
Just
mouse
for
minutes.
them. Jeez.
Throw off
Yeah,
the
since
whole
they're on here.
algorithm because now I can't
Whatever.
put them all into something. Because
Okay, so give both. We'll do both. How about that?
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Well,
So do we have to figure
you
out
just
grade,
convert
like
it
the
over.
curve for this? Is there a curve for the skill that we're working with?
No, just do it 1 through 10, and then it's just do it as you would if it was being graded on school.
I'm not a teacher. I wouldn't be good at that. I
Well,
was
but
not
then we
good at
have to figure
school.
out what the
Your wife's
curve
a
for the
teacher.
grade is.
It's com-
Like,
it's
what is the
completely
grade for the
subjective, just
course?
like school.
Are we studying?
studying.
I
Studying?
never I didn't
No.
study in high school.
You guys
I'm
never
doing
studied
now.
for the shows, so no, definitely not.
Well, okay, way to flex on us, Ryan.
I made it through barely.
Okay, so if we're doing 1 through 10, and then give me your letter rating as well, I guess, right? So Ryan, why don't you show us how it's done? Since you know.
Oh, okay.
you're so
You
good
put
at
me on
it.
the spot. Like, okay.
Yeah, you're so good at it.
Okay, I'm gonna give this show. I'm honestly gonna give it an A.
A.
An A.
Okay.
A solid A.
Solid A.
Are you
Almost
talking
an A
about
plus.
Disneyland or Disney World?
Both of them. They're both A's to me.
An A.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
what's
I
the,
like them both that much.
and if
which
you had to
would
do
be
1
like
through
a
10, what would it
nine.
be? A 9?
Yeah.
Nine.
9.5, 9.5.
Well, that's an
Which
A
one is it?
plus.
9.5.
Oh my god.
That is an A plus.
No. 10 would be A plus.
No, a 9.5
No.
is an A plus.
Well, then 9.25. Good lord.
That's an A minus.
Oh my!
9.36.
See, I'm confused.
Everyone needs to put their grades in the chat too. I'm curious.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay, so Chris, how about you? What's
All
your
right.
score grade?
Upon watching this show many, many times throughout my life,
Sure, whatever.
and on
in
YouTube,
person?
not in person, I watched from afar.
Jafar?
Who's true?
I would give this show. Okay, guys, I didn't watch it. All right, I did not watch the show. Okay,
I asked.
all right, I didn't. I can't lie to you guys. I have a 4-month-old. She watches the Muppet Show
would
theme
love
song,
it.
and that's it. Okay, that is it. I did not watch it, but
Did not.
since there's Sorcerer Mickey in it, I'm gonna give this an 8.8 B plus.
8.8 B.
Because I saw Mickey do like the Nixon "I'm not a crook" peace signs with the sparkles coming out.
Yeah.
See, sparkles.
So-
Sparkles.
So we're
Okay, so
yeah,
that's sparkles.
I give this an 8.8 B plus.
I
How
feel
about you,
like
Max?
you need to watch it and see if it still is true.
Yeah, I am
That's
going to
true.
watch. How long is this? Is this like 12
25
minutes?
minutes?
22?
It's 2
25
hours.
minutes.
It's not
27.
long.
We're talking
27
27
minutes.
27 minutes. All right, I'll break it up into like my showers.
I know you watch everything in the shower.
That's one shower. It's not multiple showers.
That is one shower.
You can watch it 4
That
times.
is half of my shower. I'll watch both versions.
Perfect.
It's like if I get out, I have a change of diapers. I'm going to stay in here.
Exactly.
Mags, what do you got for your score and letter grade?
So I will preface it by saying it's been a little bit of time since I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
But I remember being pretty unimpressed by it for me personally.
Go figure.
I thought you were
I
going to
am
say something
probably
else.
What did you think I was going to say?
No, I
No,
thought
he thought
Ryan was going
Ryan
to say
was gonna
something
know.
else.
I should have known better. Like, oh, everybody would love this except for Mags.
Go ahead, Max.
I mean, I was unimpressed. Maybe the updated version will. I would prefer it more, but based on the version that I saw, I didn't love it. But my buddy Dane from Big Beautiful Diz really likes it. That's gonna help bump up my score a bit because I
Okay.
respect his opinion.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with a
it's a solid
6 and a C.
A 6 and
A
a C.
6.
Now you're really
Wow.
making me confused.
Can I ask?
You're lucky you started this Zoom meeting and I can't kick you out of it.
Where did you see it and when did you see it? Because it makes
I
And
saw
are
it
you
at
blind
Walt
and
Disney
deaf?
World, and it was I don't know, about 15 years ago.
Do you remember what the weather was like that evening?
Of course
It
he
was
does.
warm out.
Tell you the exact date and what president died on that day.
What
Well,
did you
this
have
was
for
actually right before Obama became president. This is during the Bush administration.
Well, and there are different modifications based off of the weather.
I believe
Oh. I
the
thought you
were
weather
gonna
was
say the presidency.
relatively nice.
So, like, I guess the snake will move or will not move depending on the weather.
Oh.
Mickey will or will not shoot sparkles, as you all call it, out of his
Okay.
fingers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What else?
Yeah, I think even the witch might not come out,
Yeah,
right? Or the dragon.
they'll like do
Yeah.
something
That's how I
different.
feel about that opinion too.
That's interesting.
Max,
So anyways,
how old were you when you saw this?
15 years ago, so he was -5.
You were what, like 8?
I was 8.
Good grief! Oh my
You're a
God.
very critical 8-year-old.
8-year-old, yeah.
He's
Why
an
are you
idiot. That's all I
surprised?
get.
This
Those
is
were my
garbage. Get out of
formative
here.
years.
That's right.
Imagine this 8-year-old.
Max,
Like,
watch it
I'm not
again.
impressed. I swear you're young. You are young Sheldon. I swear you are.
Oh, come on! Don't call me young. Say what you
You
will
were
of me,
young
don't
Sheldon.
call
Now
me
you're
young
normal Sheldon.
You know, growing up, people used to say I look like Jim Parsons, and I was very offended by that.
I
So,
can see it.
see, now keep in mind, I am the one that owns the Zoom meeting. Okay, I do have the power to kick people out of this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tread
It's
lightly.
gonna be a very
Uh,
short. group.
Okay. So my score, I think, for a letter grade first. I'm gonna go letter grade first, actually, and I'm gonna give it a B minus. I have not seen it, but what I know of it, it's going to be awesome to watch it. But it's a nighttime show. I'm not usually there at night, so it's nothing I'm going to see very often. So I'm gonna give it a B minus, not an A, but
Much like
not
Mickey,
C.
you're using your imagination.
Yeah. And then for my overall grade, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for what I know about it. So 7.5 and B minus. I don't think those are terrible Alex grades. If you don't know,
you have homework though. You have to go watch it and then update that.
yeah, if when I go see it, I will definitely report back and let you know
Yes,
if I
please
change
do.
those grades.
Get there
what
an
do you-
hour early.
Really? Get there
That's
an
what I
hour
did
early?
last time.
And you got what kind of seats?
I was like second row in.
Don't care
Dead
about
center.
being second. Don't care about being second.
Oh no, you want to be there.
I think I agree with Jackie on here too. How can you grade it if you haven't seen it?
I know.
In all
but
caps.
he has to. It's part of the rules.
I know. I
the
live
two
there.
harshest grades are someone who hasn't seen it and then someone who hasn't seen it in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old.
Which is their demographic, really, right?
I
I
bet
mean,
you.
This is
I bet you
true.
if we
8 to
asked our
40.
kids what they would grade it, they would probably not grade it very high because it scares them.
There is some scary scenes in there.
There is.
Alex is like
Wait.
the English teacher who will like grade your papers without really reading them. They just kind of like scroll like, good point,
Yeah.
B plus.
No. that's
Underlining
false.
the whole thing.
I grade very harshly. So, Winnie and Jordan, what are your grades and scores?
Do we go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So Disneyland, I grade an A plus
Yeah.
as it sits currently. Disney World, I grade a B plus.
Oh, we have the
It
same
loses a
score.
whole grade?
We have the same score. I have a veteran score here, guys.
Wait, did you grade it A plus?
No, I got
Give it a
a
B.
B plus.
You said a
Oh,
B.
plus.
B plus.
Overall,
You didn't
I
say
mean,
B
I
plus.
feel like
8.8 B plus.
overall, I give it like a solid A in general.
Yeah.
Overall,
then you-
solid.
then
A.
you-
Exactly what I said.
Solid.
You agree with
No, that's
Brian.
So
exactly
I'm
what
having
I
a hard
said,
time
Chris.
translating that to your guys' scale.
Once again, I'm dead on in the middle of it.
1 to 10.
1 to 10
With decimals.
overall
Usually 5 below means you hate it.
means you hate it. No, 8.5.
Wow, really?
8.5.
8.5 overall. Disneyland, I'd say 10. And then Disney World, I'd probably say 8. So I guess it'd be like a 9 overall. That's good.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Jordan.
Yeah, for
That's
Disneyland,
what I
I'm
said.
going off of nostalgia and the pirate ship Columbia, the Columbia. A plus for sure. I just think it was a game changer. I think all of the shows, and I hate giving the same grade as
I
Whitney,
know. He gets so mad.
but I will give Fantasmic an A plus, and a 10.00 for that.
Wow. Thank you for using decimals.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
And then at Hollywood Studios, an A minus.
An A minus.
Yeah, I think it's still good. I'm like Sheldon, give it a sorry. But yeah, give it a knock because it doesn't have the pirate ship and the weather can really change the quality of the show. So if it's like, there's thunder in the area, then it really, changes the whole dynamic.
That's
of
good
it.
to know. That's good to know. I
Yeah.
Get that in consideration.
So
Don't see
9.2
it.
for Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Yeah, weather does matter. We almost had ours canceled. They kept
Yeah,
on
that's
delaying it, and I was like, nope, we're just going to sit here. And a bunch of people left, and then they did the show.
Winnie, what was your score again? I didn't write it down.
It was an 10.0 for Disneyland.
It was an average
8.
of 9.
Yeah, the average of 9.
Average of 9. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing average. Okay. Cool. So, all right. I mean, yeah, you guys and you two and Ryan are about the same together, and then Chris is up there for 8.8. So that's pretty good scores. Pretty for people who actually know Fantasmic, like you three actually know Fantasmic. You've seen it more recently. I think giving it a 9 would definitely make people think, yeah, they should definitely go see it. It's probably
Thank you.
Would you call it a must see if you're there? Let's say you're going to
No,
Disney
it's the
World
perfect
for 3
show.
days.
It's the perfect show. But make sure you
pass,
miss
though.
this one.
A must see is like you have to schedule a night for you to go see it.
Yes.
Also,
Okay,
would
so
say
we talk to people a lot about their Disney trips. Like we always talk to people. And I always tell people like you have to do the fireworks at Magic Kingdom and then you have to do Fantasmic. You just have
Yes.
to. But you have to keep that I always say you have to keep it in mind if you have young children because I've had someone say, like, I was sitting there and my kid started screaming because he was so scared, so we had to leave. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that.
A little terrifying. I will say I'll skip a fireworks show for sure at
Me too.
Disney World.
You
Yeah.
we will skip a fireworks show.
Yeah.
Most people will not skip a fireworks.
And I will skip a Fantasmic
I
at
won't do
Hollywood Studios.
Uh-oh.
If I'm at Disneyland, I will not skip Fantasmic.
Kids,
Okay.
buckle
Not a
up.
chance.
We're staying.
Not a chance.
Yep.
Stan.
And
It does-
Disneyland is open later too, so it's
Yeah.
like you're watching it around like 11 or midnight.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
asleep.
Yeah, really.
Like I said, we're like kids. Sorry, like just hang in there.
California
Here,
hard day.
Here, try this coffee.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
this coffee.
Eat chocolate, try some coffee, or just sleep in the stroller and pretend like.
Be wakened by fireworks and dragons.
I think we have a message from Giles Garman.
Gotta get into character here. I'm about
I- Nobody's supposed to know it's you.
Well, this is gonna get cut. People should watch on YouTube.
They're just gonna think you're Sheldon.
You saying that is going to
I'm not Sheldon. My name is literally not Sheldon.
What's that?
Yeah, I did
What's
too.
that static? It sounds like a. He's not answering the phone. Try calling
Hello
someone
there,
else.
Giles Garman
Oh.
here. How's everyone doing tonight?
pretty good.
Good.
So good
Well,
to meet you. Kristen.
Ah, very nice to meet all of you. Thank you for being on the show. Well, last week I told you about my brother Gerald Garman, who was killed by a herd of wildebeests.
Yes.
You
yes.
did?
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's alive. Gerald Garman is here with me today. How are you doing, Gerald?
Giles, I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. Are you excited to tell these wonderful people about the Easter eggs at Fantasmic?
I've been waiting all week for this.
Fantastic.
On.
Well, we're going to be starting with the bubble of the genie. If you notice, the large bubble is the head of Mickey.
It's a
and there's
Mickey. It's
bubbles on
hidden.
the outside. Yes, it forms the hidden Mickey. All right, Gerald.
What about the
Gerald?
classic hidden Mickey?
Yes.
Has anyone ever told you look like Jim Parsons?
Oh my God.
We do have a bit of a sibling rivalry, I'll let you know. Why don't you just tell them the next Easter egg, okay, Gerald?
Sorry, there's a frog in my throat. A classic hidden Mickey in the water form foam lasts a few seconds.
This is why they
Taught
don't
him
let
how to
you on
read.
the airwaves, Gerald. You'll also notice that there is a hidden Tinkerbell if you watch carefully during the show. She flies by in the projection.
Oh my gosh, she's back! She appears again after Mickey defeats the villains.
Gerald, told you this
Giles!
was your one shot. You were riffed tonight.
Thank you.
What?
What happened?
Gerald, we're gonna need to talk after this. Maybe you can come back in a few months or something.
I love you, brother.
And that's all for me, Gerald Garman.
Thank you, Giles.
Did he was killed by wildebeest?
And what was his brother's name? Charles?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald. Sorry.
Gerald.
You sound like a Gerald, that's for sure.
Charles and Gerald. Giles and Gerald. Okay.
I was
Cool.
confused though. Is Gerald Amish?
Okay.
I think
We
he's,
don't know what
He's
they
from
are.
the
I think he's having
Amish, English,
yeah, a bit of an identity
a
crisis.
little bit of
knows?
Scottish.
Yeah,
We don't know what they are. They're
Basically a
ambiguous.
gypsy.
yeah, kind of a lost soul. Gerald sounds like an infomercial.
Oh no, what's that?
I thought Gerald did a really good job, personally.
Thank you. I
Did
thought
you
I thought he
really?
did.
I don't know what he said.
I don't remember what he said, honestly.
Oh no, what is that? It's a fact of urgency.
It's not facts.
It's an incursion.
It's an incursion.
We go through this every week.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Read the things as fast as possible. So, like I said before, you guys, you have the due to the 92 LA riots and the name for Fantasmic, and I'm going to set the timer. There's 6 of us. So there's no way we're going to get through all of them, but we'll try our best. And we will start with Ryan when he's ready. But hold on, it's my clock. I had to change my timer for my 2-minute timeout.
Wait, what's the order?
It's
Me.
gonna be Ryan, Whitney, Jordan, Mags, Alex, Chris.
This is the Disneyland Tokyo
So
one.
pretty much probably end up not being Chris or me, maybe possibly.
Oh, why can't I go last?
We want you to go first
I know, always.
for the comedy.
Thanks.
Okay,
Right.
on your go. I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. The moat around Hollywood Hills Amphitheater can hold 1.9 million gallons of water.
Due to the 92 LA riots, Disneyland dropped the initial Fantasmic catchphrase, "Be there when the night ignites."
The name for Fantasmic was almost imagination, but was changed due to a bad trademark potential.
Disneyland Tokyo repurposed floats from their Christmas Lagoon show, once being a retracting tree transformed into the Mickey Sorcerer hat.
The show was initially going to be updated every 5 years, but due to success, it was left unchanged for a long period of time.
The massive theater at Hollywood Studios are unable to be seen from the regular pathway.
Nope, stop.
Oh.
It's over.
I'm sorry.
Sounds like
Be there.
you're like
That's on me.
reading
I did
like
not read
symptoms
fast
off of
enough.
medicine there at the end.
Be there when the night ignites is such horrible
I know,
timing.
right?
It's just such I was not
The year it opened,
expecting
this
that.
happened.
Like the night after it.
People at the rise like, wait, they thought that's our slogan. What is it?
Hey, they took our thing.
Where Mickey Mouse just gets along.
Dude. Yeah, I had to add that there. That was just,
That was pretty
such a
good.
crazy little.
I was not expecting that.
Before we leave, Whitney and Jordan, thanks for joining us for this episode. It was
Thanks.
fun.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Can you go ahead and promote your podcast? Promote whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever we want.
Heck
Whatever
yeah.
you want.
Yeah, we love doing a short form podcast. We keep it under 10 minutes, like 10% of the time. But we have a lot of fun doing it. It's usually not going to be more than 20 minutes. And we talk about all types of different Disney experiences. And it's usually just the two of us, but we might have our first guest on soon, which it's debatable, but it might be Ryan. Yours.
Why is that debatable?
We're going to see. We'll see. But yeah, we love doing it. New episode at 7:17 a.m. every Wednesday.
You say Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. It's
I always think it's Tuesday. I'm like, why have you posted yet? And I was like, this tomorrow.
7:17.
7:17, and it's
Yes.
7:17 because
that is when
Disneyland.
opened on July
July
17th. And
Oh, okay.
Trading off
And
words.
our logo is actually the hands are at, what is it? 19?
they're pointing at 1955 in
Time.
military time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I never picked
Wow.
up on that.
jeez.
Yep.
Layers upon layers.
Yeah.
You guys are like Imagineers. This is amazing.
Dang.
So we actually started our podcast. You don't have. We started this. Was that 2008?
Yeah, 2008.
No,
Yeah.
2008.
Before we
we
met,
did
right?
podcast in 2008.
2018.
18. Wow.
Really?
18.
Is
Wow.
that right? Was it before we had Mackay?
A few years ago. Let's just say a few
Anyways,
years
it
ago.
was a while ago. It wasn't 2018.
And we didn't release anything until the beginning of this year, and we started recording more episodes, and we just have a fun time doing it.
Fun of time.
I think your next episode, you guys should do the trading off every other word.
Yes.
Oh my, the whole time.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, Whitney and Jordan, we just want to thank you for coming on the show tonight. We love having guests, but y'all were absolutely fantastic. We loved hearing about your takes on a really significant show, especially on the Disneyland version. So thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
guys.
Thanks,
Pleasure.
Sheldon, for saying exactly what Alex
Is this
said.
is this the show you gave it 6?
What?
Well, see, it's important to have balanced opinions, Alex.
That's true.
I agree.
Yeah. Before we end off on YouTube here, Whitney and Jordan, I just want to thank you. I'm kidding.
Wait, I gotta say, I want to say thank you guys for
Wow,
joining
thank
us.
you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
First, did you start this whole bit just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Hey,
no,
before
I,
we end, we just want to say thank you so much for having us.
No, it was
Yeah.
great having you guys on. You guys are a good fit with us.
you're welcome back anytime, honestly.
Yeah, check
Thanks,
out
guys.
Not
check out the
anytime,
mouse
but-
minutes for sure. Well, that's it. That's it. The show's over.
And that's the his on Fantaz. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, on the monorail.
No. We don't
We don't
do
do
that.
that. We don't do that anymore.
In all seriousness, everybody watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Special
Thanks for
shout out
joining,
to Canadian's wife and Canadian kid if they're on. Thank you so much for joining my
Oh, good night,
Whatnot
Luke.
stream.
Hey, good
this
night,
week.
Luke.
And
Good night,
good,
Luke.
Good night.
and good night, Luke. We gotta end the every show with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We love you, Luke.
Stop saying
Gotta
you love
stop that.
people.